Okay, welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about Invention for Destruction, which is another Karl Zeman film. I did the Fabulous Baron Munchausen about a month or two ago. This is a new one that's just been released my second run. This is it's a Wonderful World of Jules Verne's another title for it, or something like that for Jules Verne. This is his most famous, successful film. This was one that put him on the map internationally, and it created this love of his style of filming, which was like these flat, like the special effects are not trying to show lifelike contours of the objects. Like you see a ship flying, it's a flat image of a ship. It's not trying to suggest anything of depth. You see a ship floating in the water, it's a flat ship. And you see people on a train and you see people cut into the image, but it's a flat train moving forward. And it's this creation of this problem. It's not a problem, but it's just a problem for people getting used to it. Which is, it's not trying to be reality. It's this film that's telling you that this isn't reality. You know it's not reality, but we're not going to try and pretend that we're trying to recreate something that's unreality as reality. We're trying to tell you, this is your imagination, and this is our imagination. So you have to, we're imagining something for you, but we're not going to tell you it's real. So you have to move into the film and actually go along with its style. You can't just have this thing with special effects. It's like, well, I know that's not real, but I'll accept that it's realistic enough for me. No, this is a much different thing. This is Eastern European animation, where you have to be engaged in the idea that you're engaged in something that's not real. I think because Eastern Europe was under Stalin and atheism, and there was like this influence of anti-fantasy. So when they did fantasy, they did something different with it. But it's also a subversion of that idea of fantasy as an escape. You know, it is an escape, but it's not an escape because you still live in the real world. So even if you're doing something that's an escape, you're going to come all the way back. And they want it to infect the films. I think the theoretical thing for the Russians who were censoring them was that fantasies like are opiate for the masses type of thing, just like religion is. But it's a satire of that by the makers though, because it's like reality exists no matter how much you try and explode out of reality, it exists. So we're not going to try and corner you into the idea that this is a perfect fantasy. No, it's something else. But you should be engaged in the idea of it. So it's creating a world where there's zeppelins, there's trains, they can do wonderful things. So this Jules Verne thing come to life, but also telling you, giving these flat images and saying, yeah, but it's not real. It's what you would wish would happen, but it's not what really happens. It doesn't have that thing of once upon a time that Hollywood has, where it's saying, no, this did happen. It's like, no, it didn't. But you have to invest in it as if it did. You have to investigate why you're investing in it. Like, what does it say about you? You're investing in this. That's what's great about animation in Eastern Europe. It's like they're questioning what you're actually watching. So you're getting joy from watching it, but you also question it, and it creates a much deeper experience of how you're interacting with your stories. Because in capitalism, they'll try to sell you something like, don't question it, don't think about it. In these films, no, you have to think about it. It's like, yeah, we're giving you this fantasy story, this Jules Verne, the what if, but you have to think about it. Which is what's wonderful about Eastern Europe. So it's another area I'm going to try and do more of after Christmas. But this film is just wonderful because they do have all the stuff like the zeppelins, the submarines. Instead of Captain Nemo, it's this count who is creating these submarines. He's got a fantastic island, which is this cut out in the middle of the island, and it's a volcano. But it's not really a volcano, it's like almost like a underground Bond layer with all these inventions going on. There's a castle inside the volcano, which is so much cooler than anything you see in a Bond movie. But it's flat cut out, so you're seeing it, the unreality of it, even as you're seeing the fantasy of it. And it's this wonderful world you kind of want to see a full special effects version of, but it's even better because it's showing you that it's not real. And this guy kidnaps a professor who's spent all his money, all his family money, to research what turns out to be nuclear fission. He's researched it as a power supply that will help the world and deliver something beautiful. It will create something that's humane for the world. And this mad scientist, Nemo type character, kidnaps him and his assistant, and he wants the professor, he tells him he can't get his assistant at all. He wants him to create this, but he wants it for a bomb, so he can blow the world up and take over. And so it's a mad scientist story. Nemo becomes a mad scientist, but it's still run within that world of Jules Verne. So it's the modern world infecting the fantasies of the modern world, infecting the fantasies of the stories you read as a child. So instead, when Hollywood does this, tries to keep doing this, like League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, where they try and take an old-fashioned story and add special effects, or Van Helsing, another one, it doesn't feel right. It just feels wrong, because you know that wasn't the imagination of people in that time. And it never was anything. We see Hammer films. The imagination they suggest for that time isn't real. It's a fantasy of the 50s. But when Hollywood does it now, it goes so over the top that it's something that these people even conceive of, which turns them catatonic, and your brain disconnects in some way. And this way, because they've already showed in reality, you can connect. It's not a big jump to you anymore. It's just like, yeah, we're commenting on the past. We're commenting on the present via the past, and they're all interlinked, but it's always unreality upon unreality. And it shows the unreality craziness of the nuclear dream of superiority, because it's just one layer of crazy among another layer of crazy. That's what Zeman's really good at. It's like, that was Baron Munchausen, it's crazy stories about crazy stories with this unreality, and you're seeing the craziness of fantasy as a subject. And this one is the craziness of like building bombs and building technology to destroy each other. It's just like, this is nuts. But it's just another level of crazy within the fantasy. And that's what was wonderful about this film. It's just this, and even within this cold, crazy characters, villain characters' mind, you get all these weird fantasy sequences, like the underwater bit against the underwater monster with lots of the arms and stuff, and you've got all the crazy submarine stuff. And you've got flying machines, you've got balloons, crazy balloons that float across the water to give messages to the authorities. But all this great Jules Verne stuff you want to see in the film, but you've also got it as a cutout rather than something you'd really expect in a Hollywood film. So it's just this wonderful thing where you actually are into the fantasy of it, but you're also always distanced from it. And all the characters are just basic stock characters. I mean, they're done with some charm by the actors, but they're basic actors knowing what film they're in, and they're playing stock characters. They're doing the stock thing. So the sets are two-dimensional, so the characters, but again, they just go for it, so it creates this illusion of something wonderful and some compulsive pulp idea that's being undermined very subtly, though, because the censors could see this as subversion. so yes, they're actually doing something that seems kind of genuine but isn't, but it is at the same time. It's like there's lots of layers going over upon layers, much more complicated than the cutouts you're seeing in the film. So it's a wonderful film. I could tell you the plot, but the plot's just Jules Verne stuff. You've seen it a million times mixed with kind of bonding idea. But you want to see everything for yourself and how it unfolds as well. So I definitely say see it for yourself. Don't find out how the plot unfolds. I've just told you 10 minutes of plot. That's it, first 10 minutes. Someone gets kidnapped. The world itself is wonderful. And the film is wonderful. I think I even like this one more than Fabulous Baron Munchausen, which I loved. This one may even be better. So I would definitely see it. Just see it. It's just great. But I don't want to go any further before I ruin anything. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll speak to you soon.